Hello everyone, and today I'll be playing Ms.Director. The year is 1937, and actress Patricia Dahl has found herself struggling in this new film industry, so she decides to go to this sketchy mansion and audition there under a new director. But it became clear this director had no intention of letting her leave, so with the help of ghosts, previous victims at the mansion, she has to find a way to escape. Are you real? Safe mode? Yeah, because I can't. I have no skill for that. Yeah, I'm sure. Are you trying to? I don't want to skip the intro, it's important. Patricia had just arrived out just after sunset as a thick fog rolled in. The night air was chilly, dark clouds loomed overhead, threatening rain. She had a knot in the pit of her stomach the entire drive. The haunting atmosphere wasn't helping. She'd spoken with Miss Josephine Violent on the phone. The woman explained she was a director fresh out of film school who was interested in hiring Patricia to play the leading lady in her first real motion picture. The whole ordeal was sketchy as it gets. Josephine asked her to come late in the evening, alone, to a mansion in the middle of nowhere. Now, Patricia still needed this gig if she wanted to keep the lights on and herself fed. So, despite her better judgment, she had come. The director was friendly, but something felt slightly off about the way she smiled. Like she was excited about something she couldn't tell. This didn't ease Patricia's anxiety. She welcomed Patricia warmly, offering some tea and a seat on one of her overstuffed couches. For only being an up-and-coming director, Josephine seemed fairly well off. Discussed what part Patricia would play in the film, and Josephine gave her a script. Patricia looked over it between sips of bitter tea, making mental notes of cliches. Miss Violente started asking out fairly standard questions, asking her about Patricia's previous work and her experience as an actress. Patricia listed off some of her previous starring roles, mentioning some of her well-known co-stars. However, it wasn't long before the subject began to shift. The director asked if she was easily scared. Patricia assured her she wasn't. She followed up with her question asking if Patricia believed in ghosts. Patricia didn't entirely know how to respond. What did this have to do with the script? The director had described her film as a murder mystery, not horror. The director seemed to pick up on Patricia's slight confusion, so she reworded what she meant to ask. After someone dies, what do you think happens to them? Are you afraid of what comes after death? Patricia gave her a look, hoping the director was just kidding around. Maybe she was reading part of the script. Miss Violente stared at her intently, waiting for an answer. Her question was serious. Patricia averted her gaze, taking a long sip of her tea. She pondered for a moment if her tea was poisoned. Considering she was still alive after drinking at least half of her cup, it was safe to say her tea was devoid of any arsenic or cyanide. The question got increasingly worrisome. How close are you to your mother? Do you have any significant other by chance? Do you worry about those you love missing you? Patricia continued sipping at her tea to give herself excuses to not answer the uncomfortably specific questions. The director assured her she was just curious, trying to make conversation, but Patricia still didn't answer. The conversation shifted back to the script at hand. The director insisted Patricia stay the night to learn her script and audition properly in the morning. It was a strange request to say the least, but she accepted it regardless. She wanted to decline, but she knew fully well that telling her future employer no could jeopardize the whole affair. Patricia wasn't willing to take that gamble. She had a low chance of survival either way. It sounds like you have a very interesting plot planned. Tell me again how you got all this past the production code. Not that I have any issues, it's just that it's a touch graphic. As it turns out, the Hays Code is much more forgiving to violence as long as the perpetrator is punished in some way by the end. So I can include as graphic a murder scene as I like. As long as there's little to no bare flesh, obviously. It's odd, really. He didn't even mention the dismemberment scene, and yet a side character's dress being above the knee was unacceptable. That sounds like a bit much, even with the... What was that? I just said I'm familiar with their peculiar standard. I'm sure the film would captivate audiences regardless. I'm glad to hear you think so. Our professors didn't think as much, unfortunately. I don't know what made them think they could teach at a film school. They gave my halfway classmates passing grades even though their assignments were laughably predictable. So mundane. And then they had the audacity to film me, of all people. Can you believe it? Waste of time and money. Yes, no doubt about it. Not to be a bother, but I'm not feeling too well. Could you point out the restroom for me? Ah, sorry about that. Hopefully you'll be feeling better before we begin filming. Just behind me is the door to the right. That's the bathroom. Can't miss it. Thanks. Alright. Time to explore the mansion, so we can't leave. I agreed to stay. Why am I so stupid? Right, this is how people get murdered. Can't go upstairs either? Okay, what was it? The door to the right? Stupid, stupid, stupid. Why am I so stupid? I knew I should have come here, and yet look at where we are. Okay, Patricia? Breathe. It's gonna be okay. Maybe I'm just overreacting. Sure, she's been creepy since I got here, but being uncharismatic doesn't immediately mean she's homicidal. I just need to get through tonight. Everything will be fine. What? What the? What the heck? Already? Where am I? What happened? It ended up in here. Last thing I remember, I was looking in the mirror, and that thing. Did I dream it? I don't remember going to bed. Either way, I'm not spending another minute in this place. It's too late for that now. Items, don't have any items. It's a phone ringing. The script the director gave me last night. The writing is subpar at best, but I prefer not to put my job on the line just to give some constructive criticism. Anything else interesting? Maybe a bedtime story will help me sleep? Oh, who am I kidding? Just an empty chest of drawers. What's this? A vase of plastic flowers. Patricia fixes her hair in the vanity mirror. The door won't open? Why would... Oops. I did not know we would trigger something. Hello? Can anyone hear me? The door's stuck. Please? Please, is anyone there? Don't tell me I'm gonna die already. Please, God, someone open the door. Anyone? Already? My bad, I should have answered that phone. Okay, here we go. Hello? Good evening, Ms. Dahl. Before you do anything else, could you please tell me what's happened to you so far so I can make you a file? You're in a very dangerous spot at the moment. It'd be a shame if you die before I can make you one. What? Just what the hell is going on here? Ma'am, how do you know my name? Or that I was here in the first place? Do you work for the director or something? Ms. Dahl, of course you do. Nobody else would know I was coming. Ms. Dahl, I'm aware this is strange. I don't think that even begins to cover it. I mean, it's possible that my tea was drugged and now I'm just hallucinating all of this. Or it could be just a nightmare. But that's ridiculous, right? Of course is what I'm saying. I knew this was a terrible idea. I mean, who the hell invites a woman... Tisha, not to be rude, but could you please stop talking? You're interrupting me and we don't have a lot of time. Well, sorry for not being perfectly calm after being kidnapped. Okay, I understand. Please just work with me for a minute. I promise I'll make it keep it quick. It isn't safe for you to stay here. Not much you already seem to know. This entire mansion is a death trap. If you want to leave in one piece, you'll need to help me and the other spirits trapped here. If you help us, we'll help you. Maybe if you survive, you can find a way to put an end to all this. Do you understand? Sure. Okay, I'll bite. But what part of not much time do you not understand? You can call me whenever you need through other phones in the house. I have to go, but before I do, let me save your file. Just as precaution. But what does it even... Just let me help you. I'll explain later. Fine. I'll let you make me a file. Thank you for your cooperation. Go push in the books on the bookshelf over to your left, and pick up the phone in the next room. Let's push it. Here we go. Kind of freaky mansion. Alright, all-seeing telephone girl. You got some explaining to do. What the hell is going on here? Who exactly are you? And why do you need to save my file? What does that even mean? Ma'am, please slow down. One question at a time. Who are you? I'm a phone operator, or at least I used to be one. I was hired by Ms.Director as a sort of secretary for a brief period. Nowadays, all the lines to the outside are cut, so the only place I can send calls anymore is inside a mansion. Well, that's inconvenient. And here I was hoping we could just phone the police. But that'd just be too easy now, wouldn't it? Ugh. If I can make calls outside this manor, I assure you I would have called the police a very long time ago. But we aren't that lucky. Fair enough. Though you're dodging my question. Who are you exactly? I'm just a helpful phone operator, ma'am. You're trapped here as well, aren't you? Unfortunately, yes. I'm dead. You're speaking with the deceased over the phone. A real dead ringer. Do you have any other questions? Preferably not about me? Yes. Am I in danger? I got out of that room just like you said. I'm in the clear now, right? Not quite. You're always in danger as long as you're here, Miss Dahl. The director won't let you out alive. She never planned to. The director has a myriad of tricks up her sleeve, so it's best to keep your wits about you. She can be awfully unpredictable. Any further questions? What's a save file? Why do you need to save a file for me anyhow? Well, I need to know how much progress you made, and I need to record it. Should a terrible accident occur, I'll have the file for future reference. Future reference? In case someone else ends up here, and I manage to get in contact with them. Perhaps what you found out while you were alive will be useful to them. That's reassuring, I guess. Now, how do we get out? The only safe way is through the front door, which has been locked by now. Find the director, you find the key. Find the key, then you're free. Easy. Easy. Right. Any further questions? Nope. You should be going on your way now, Miss Dahl. Please be careful. Let's update. The camera pointed at a sizable hole in the wall. How big is this mansion exactly? Locked door, it says room number 2. That was her door, wasn't it? The locked door is some kind of symbol, like they scratch into the wood above the doorknob. Oh. What's this? There's a small silver key on the floor. It's labeled blue 2. Let's pick it up. Don't need anything from the coat closet. Bathroom. Phone. Not yet. And that front door is completely locked. Alright, off to room number 2. Or wait, what's here? Ah, it's locked. Of course it is. Nope, new room. Plastic vase, there's bookshelves. Wait, one of the books is sticking out. Trap finding for the unobservant. Oh wow, real subtle. I bet if I take it out, spikes will come down from the ceiling. Or the walls will start closing in on me. Or some other horror cliche. But maybe not. Nope. Not gonna fall for a stupid trick like that. You seem nervous. Perhaps a book will calm your nerves? Would you like me to save? Yeah. Just in case. Well, if I don't have any other choice. Patricia pulls on the book. Oh, of course. Of course, of course. Oh! Landed somewhere new. Damn it, that hurt. At least I'm in one piece. She must really like flowers. I know there's something significant about them. Some strange storage room. Container of prop swords and umbrellas. They look cheap and easily breakable. I need this plank. Old boards. Must be some storage room. Shield. Props and costumes. It's one of the director's cameras, though. This one looks pretty banged up. The lens is broken and one of the stand legs looks chewed on. Where are we at? Christ, what is that smell? It smells like rotten meat and film chemicals. Oh, I don't like that. That's locked. Oh. That can't be good. I should probably hide somewhere. It's locked? Closet it is. What other creature is she hiding in her mansion? What the heck? Is it gone? I'm pretty sure it is. It's still locked, so the only other way is this way. Oh, right now it's in the mansion. Where are we exactly? Tabloid magazine, how lovely. Wonder who's on the chopping block this week. Oh, dining room. Pair of wine glasses, but no wine. How unfortunate. Anything else important here? What's this? This dumbwaiter is massive. Could probably hold a person if they really tried. Seems a bit oversized for just sending dinner upstairs. Some modern art piece or something? An old painting of a woman in a trench coat. Feels oddly flat for some reason. Oh, that's all there to explore. Next room it is. What's this? Ballroom. Dining room. Ballroom? Compilation lock. Gotta look for a code. Oh, that's this way. I see. Didn't finish exploring up here, so let me do that. Anything important here? Handwritten love letters, it looks like. So many of them all crossed out, though. Some wine bottles someone left behind. An unfinished love letter, it would seem. How cute. Okay, does this have to do with ex-lover or something? Really dropped the ball on warning you about traps. Won't happen again, promise. Bathroom, anything here? Shower, makeup. Wouldn't have suited my complexion anyway. Just a sink, toilet. Oh, that's about it. Room number 3. Okay, let me find a key for that. And room number 4. Is that blood? It has some sort of weird black ooze coming from underneath. Who was that? I think I'll just shower when I get home. You weren't thinking about showering in a time like this? Some more makeup. Another locked door. Alright. Now over here. Oh wait, that was locked. Down here. Door to the basement, I guess? It's locked up tight. This is outside. Statue of an angel in the middle of the fountain. Looks like it's been here a long time. Anything interesting here? What's up here? Oh. Oh wait, this place is actually huge. Let me go down here. And that just leads back here. Okay, let's just explore more. This was a pool, an indoor pool. Maybe I'll go swimming another time when I'm not constantly fearing for my life. Anything important? Nope, just a really big indoor pool. No one really needs a pool this big. Where did I come from? I came from here, right? Storage. Let's go here. What is this? Just some potted peonies, it looks like. Foxgloves? An interesting choice for a conservatory. Just a bunch of flowers. Belladonna. Should have figured she'd be growing her own poison. What a pretty shade of pink. Maybe before I leave, I'll steal a few. I feel like these are important, so I'll come back later for these. This way? No, not this way. Feels like it's watching me, whatever it is. Oh, we're getting close. I don't like that. What's this? Smoking room. And the horse is locked. Nope. That leads to over here. This is library. And of course, the library is locked. Why would the library be locked? To the den. Screening room. Uh-oh. I already watched that one. And that one. We'd better claw my eyes out again and watch that one again. God, is there anything here remotely watchable? Ah, I give up. Hello, ghost man. Would you mind making yourself useful and picking out a reel for me? Excuse me? I said make yourself useful and pick a reel for me. I heard. Why do you need me to pick one out for you? Can't you pick them up or something? Fortunately, no. It's just that trying to pick a movie of hers to watch is like picking out what implement you want to use to stab your eyes out. No matter which one you go with, it's not going to be pleasant. Seems a touch dramatic. You don't even know the half of it. Well, are you just going to stand there or are you going to help me out? I have questions. Who are you? Don't you recognize me? Famous actress. Won Best Supporting Role last year. Surely you must recognize me. Not really. Ugh, how disappointing. You must have absolutely awful taste in film if you're completely unfamiliar with my work. I almost pity you, really. Excuse me? Sorry I don't watch many films myself. You know, since I'm usually very busy with more important obligations. Like filming, going to charity balls, doing autograph signings, discussing contracts and brand deals. You know, the average schedule of a starlet. Ah, of course, how silly of me. How could I not recognize you of all people? Your performance as the creature from the Black Lagoon was simply fantastic. It's amazing how little makeup they had to do to make you utterly grotesque. Jackass. Did you see that monster? Let me guess, tall, lumbering, smells like it makes your eyes water, looks like it's made of tar and rot. Yeah, that one. I've seen it. It's a little hard not to notice, and also the fact it's the abomination that killed me. Oh. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. It's tragic, truly. Talent such as my own, wasted. It attacked me while the director was gone. She said she had a reel she just finished editing and wanted to show me. No doubt she sicked it on me because I've been critical of some of her camera work, and her writing, and music composition, and everything else, honestly. I suppose questioning my employer's poor filmmaking credentials was a poor choice on my part, but can you blame me? And was robbing the world of such a gifted actress such as myself really worth it? I prefer not to talk about it any longer. It makes me feel ill to remember. Why? Perhaps if I can distract myself from the tragedy of my situation, my restless spirit can move on to the next life. And if you do me this favor, I'll tell you where to find my room key. You should be able to find something valuable to you amongst my belongings. Vulture. Rude. Well, are you just gonna stand there or are you gonna help me out? Sure. Fine, I'll help. Shouldn't take long anyway. I didn't catch your name. What did you say it was? Patricia Dahl, and you? Anna Barton. Pleased to meet you. So, film? Pick one out here. This one's labeled The Thing from the Murky Lake. What exactly does she want, though? It came from the wine cellar. Wait, you're not giving me any clues here. What exactly do you want? What should I pick? In the mood for anything particular? I don't care, whatever sounds like it'll be the least painful to sit through. Maybe something short, so even if it's awful, we don't have to suffer long. How did you end up here? I was looking for someone. Who were you looking for? You're incredibly nosy, you know that. You sure an actress and not some tabloid reporter? You're just dodging the question. Fine. I came here looking for a friend of mine, a dancer named Donna. The night before she went missing, she told me she got in her first real acting gig, a supporting role in a film by an up-and-coming director. I wanted to tell her it sounded suspicious, but I just couldn't do it. She just looked so happy, and I was happy for her. We celebrated that night and toasted to her future success. But when she didn't call me the next morning after her audition, I got worried. And after a week, I saw the flyers being put up. It's my fault this happened. If I only had just told her not to go. Sounds like you really miss her. She was the best thing to happen to me. Ever since we met, she's always the sunshine to brighten my day. She was a very talented girl. Pretty too. I just wish... sorry, I was rambling. Let's change the subject. Oh. I think Anna Barton, like I said. I didn't take you for an airhead type, but I suppose looks can be deceiving. And I didn't take you for an uppity bitch when I first saw you, but I suppose you're right. And what I meant to ask was, why don't you tell me more about yourself? I mean, if you won an award, it doesn't make sense. I'd never heard of you. And if you were as blunt with your previous employers as you were with the director, I'm curious how you managed to get something like that. Oh, well, for starters, I wasn't quite as frank with the directors I've worked with in the past. There was no reason for me to not drop me the instant I stepped out of line, especially with certain factors at play that made my casting somewhat controversial. Whatever happened, I had to be okay with it. My career depended on it. That sounds awful. That's just how it was for most of us. You stay in line and you keep your mouth shut. And things got awfully catty at the studio. Little cliques of actresses all picking at each other, gossiping. I'll admit I myself contributed to it a fair bit. I suppose we were all just lashing out since we couldn't really retaliate without risking our careers. I can imagine how stressful that must have been. Now I don't expect you to. Not all of us have the privilege of our box office numbers keeping us from being thrown out on a whim like you. You don't have to make me feel guilty about it. Personally, I think you should. Your bullheaded decisions, talking back to directors and having the gall to rewrite your lines, meant any time you were cast, they were more agitated than normal. It'd take a while to guess who they took that agitation out on. So, anyway, by the time I got here, I was fed up. To my friends' disappearance and the verbal abuse at the studio every day, my patience has worn paper thin. The director's utter lack of charisma was so grating, and when I tried to ask about Donna, she changed the subject. I ended up snapping at her. I told Ms. Valente precisely what I thought of her and her dreadful films, and that I had no intention of further pursuing her employment. And she didn't like that response? No. She tried to convince me that she had a reel she just finished editing that would surely change my mind. Of course, she never came back. I think you could put the pieces together on why. Tell me more about Donna. Oh, like what? Well, how did you two meet? Oh, it was at a party. Well, technically it was a casting call. But you know how it goes. Some bigwig in town, they need as many pretty girls as possible in one place for a party, so they get a bunch of vulnerable girls' hopes up. I ended up getting roped in a few of those when I was just starting out. Bunch of scumbags. How did you end up here? What? You don't think I'm pretty enough to be manipulated into entertaining predatory geriatrics? I just went out of curiosity. I knew it was one of those situations, but I had nothing better to do. Not to mention they ought to have some top shelf alcohol there. And it's cheaper than going to a bar. Yeah, that's fair. But that's when you met her? I remember when I first saw her, twirling around trying to get one of the wallflowers to dance with her. It's funny now, looking back. I got so nervous she might come for me next, I went to hide by the bar. But she still found me. You think the girl had a magnetism towards the less socially inclined. When she came to talk to me, I was so scared. I knew my reputation probably precedes me, so I didn't have high hopes. I assume it went well, though? Shockingly, yes. You know what she told me? After talking for a bit, she told me she'd heard rumors about me, but she didn't believe any of it. Which already took me off guard, but then she said the most ridiculous thing. She thought they must have been saying those things out of jealousy. At first I thought she was joking, honestly, but she was genuine. I had been expecting her to be such an expert in flattery. She sounds sweet. She really was. She stuck by me the rest of the night. She said she'd protect me from the handsy producers. I don't know what I did to deserve someone like her taking an interest in me. We were inseparable after that night. I don't know what I've done without her. I've been so tired before and felt so stuck until she came into my life. Aww. I probably said too much, didn't I? Sorry, let's talk about something else. About your career? You said you won Best Supporting Actress, didn't you? Yes, I did, and I deserved it. Some people say otherwise, but they're just too dense to recognize talent when they see it. Could you tell me what the role was exactly? Maybe I remember. I don't want to talk about it, honestly. Why not? I assume with an achievement. I told you. I don't want to talk about it. End of discussion. Alright, fine, I'll leave it alone. Alright, time to go. Pick out a short film. The time the world stopped spinning. Some guys like brown-haired girls. Hold up, that sounds dumb. The Mansion on Murder Mountain. That sounds long. The Thing from the Murky Lake. The Girl in the Hotel Balcony. The Time. I don't know which one's shorter. Horrors of the Shallows. I think the guy that likes brown-haired girls is a better choice. Oh, it's not here. It's this one, isn't it? Okay, let's do that. How's this sound? Worth a shot at least? Ah, finally, now let's see what this film has to offer. Maybe she has at least one good movie in her collection. Sometime later. That That was terrible. God. If I didn't know better, I assumed she made them this bearable on purpose. If I hadn't already been murdered then, surely the second-hand embarrassment would have done me in. The acting? Stiff. The direction? Confusing. The writing? Migraine-inducing. And to think I almost let this director hire me. To think I actually did let this director hire me. Maybe I deserve death after all. Well, it seems watching subpar cinema isn't going to make me feel any better. God, I'd kill for a glass of wine. I'm going far too sober to deal with this. Maybe with some alcohol to numb the pain, my restless spirit will be able to move on. The glass did always help my nerves before filming. You're kidding me. You want me to go find you a drink now? Can you even drink? I'm not giving you my key until I can move on. And I'm not going anywhere until I have some wine to help me cope. If I find I'm on it. I know exactly where to find it too. Monster is now here, is it? That's locked. Okay, who's in this second room? Let me save that first. Pretty sure these are wine bottles. Look like there's still some wine left in one of these bottles. Lucky me. Awesome. Okay, here's your wine. How did you die? Where can I get this stuff? I got the wine. Do I need the glass? Oh, great. I gotta go get the glass too. Please don't let anything chase me. Alright, got them. 2 glasses and some wine as requested. Oh, thank the heavens. It took you long enough. Oh hush, it only took a minute. It took some convincing to get Anna to share, but they both managed to get a few glasses worth of what was left of the bottle of wine. They chatted about the film from earlier, laughing about its shortcomings and going on about what they would have changed about it had they had a chance to. As it turns out, after a glass of wine or two, Anna was quite pleasant company. Though she never did explain how she was able to drink, even given her mostly incorporeal form. I must admit, I didn't think you actually get the wine for me. I only realized after you left that perhaps my first impressions hadn't been the best. And because of that, maybe you had decided not to help me after all. Leaving me with no wine, no good film, and no companionship, doomed to wander here in eternal agony with no hopes of escape. I won't lie, I honestly considered it. Well, nonetheless, you came through for me. And as such, I'll hold my end of the bargain. I'll give you the location of my room key. I believe I dropped it in the ballroom whilst the director was showing me around. That's the last time I remember seeing it. I'm quite the klutz, but now the phone. I wish you luck in your escape, and in your Hollywood career. Terribly sorry for all this. You didn't uphold our deal at all. Farewell, Miss Dahl. Take care. Guess I'll have to search the ballroom then. Damn girl's tricking me after all I did. Oh wait, key? A key for the ballroom at least. Let me get that. Key to the smoking room is sitting between the couch cushions. Not the key you agreed upon, but it'll have to do. I don't know, she's still kind of a rat for that. Up here. Okay, smoking room. Know that person? Key to the den sits carefully placed in the bar. People seem to have a bad habit of forgetting their keys places in this house. Let's grab that. Anything else important here? It is a large smoking room. Like, why do people have mansions and there's only like 1 or 2 people living in it? A dumbwaiter, I think. Probably to send alcohol to the 2nd floor. It's really big for just being a dumbwaiter, though. Oh yes. How in the hell is the door jammed? I just used it a minute ago. Wait, no. I think something's blocking it from the other side. But that wouldn't make any sense. The hallway was empty, wasn't it? Maybe part of the ceiling fell through? Uh-oh. What the? Oh, hell no. Help, Patricia, what's wrong? Did something happen? I'm in the smoking room. There's these weird hands coming from under the door and jamming it. Smoking room? Okay, I have an idea. Can you get to the dumbwaiter? Yes? It should, What? Hello? You're breaking up. What do you say? I have to go. Shit. It's a tight fit, but it's better than staying. Please don't get stuck. Where are we now? The line is dead. The power must be out. The line's dead. Where are we at? Barely made it. How do you see where this thing even goes? Don't tell me the power's out in the whole building. Okay. It's just the dining room, thank God. So where were we going before? We got a key. What items do we have? Den key. 51, ragdoll. Okay, so where was the den? I knew I saw it before, but I just cannot remember it. What's this? Wallpaper looks warped here, like someone just plastered it right over the door. Maybe pick on it? Nope, gotta find something to peel it off. It's here. Dining. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, got it. Okay, this is a den. Ah, it's always so cold in this place. Maybe if you have a spare time, you can get a nice fire going. Sure, if I have the spare time. Dusty old record player. Looks like it has been used in years. Like clockwork, that girl is late every single day. 2 whole hours late to piano practice. Half an hour late to study. Pages have torn out the notebook. Half an hour late to study a puzzle. Another tabloid. It looks like an older issue, and famous jewel thief still at large, probably an inside job. Who even reads this garbage? Empty fireplace. Anything else? I'm not surprised that girl was always so late. None of the clocks in this house ever seem to show the right time. Here's the clock. Stuck in the time 2:34, just like the one in the foyer. Alright, and that page said that clockwork that girls late every day, 2 hours late to piano, half an hour late to study. 2:34. It's a combination. Didn't work. And this is the office. Music room. Hold on. 2 hours late to piano, half an hour late to study. Okay. So this has to be for 34. Please? Okay, it worked. Okay, what's important here? Some sort of planner, all marked up with different additions she's arranged. Not sure whether I'm unsettled or reassured by how many other actresses seem to be willing to work with her. Sheet music and song lyrics, it looks like. The other half of the page from earlier. Anna was precisely 45 minutes late to her ballroom dancing lessons. I'd have a tutor give her lessons on punctuality, but she simply turned up late to those as well. Alright, useful. All the quick progress you're making is music to my ears. Get it? Music? Because... you know what? Never mind. Yeah, we'll save. It's pretty, but something about it just doesn't sit right. What a pretty old piano. If only I knew how to play. Alright. And it needs to be half an hour late, so 5:04? What? Half an hour? Let me see. Two whole hours late and half an hour late to study. Oh wait, not 5:04, it's 2:34, duh. Okay, that was wrong of me. This is 3:04. There we go. Business ledger looks like a lockbox. Just need to find a key for it. That's it. Looks like some scripts and things. A few memoirs of more successful directors. Looks like some old film reels. They're all labeled with different names. I guess that's it. Now to the ballroom. I can't remember where that was. I think it was over here. So we were 45 minutes late. I was half an hour, so that's 15 to 3:19. Let's try that. Work like a charm. Oh, another ghost. Hello? Is someone there? Don't tell me that's Donna. She looks so sweet. What's this? That's blocked. Should have figured. Honestly, at this point, yeah. There's no record in the record player. Of course. Oh, hello there. Can you help me? What's wrong? I've been so lonely here. Maybe if I could just dance with someone one last time, I'd be able to move on from this place. I'd dance with you. You will? Thank you so much. I really appreciate the offer, but there's no music for us to dance to. There's not even a record left in the player. I'd find one if I could, but I can't seem to leave this place. Understandable. I'll see what I can do. Record player? Oh, kitchen. Why is the kitchen, like, connected directly? Well, if I ever feel like making one of the ghosts here some tea, then I know just the place. Unwashed dishes. Dirty teacups. Nothing really important here. Apparently, Miss Violet likes to keep her sleeping pills in the same place as her baking ingredients. And her formaldehyde. Is there a lock on the fridge? Anything down here? There's more wine and glasses. A stage. Music. Maybe the music room has some music? Okay, here we go. Finally got a record. Why is there only one record in this house? Okay, we got it. Can I ask you a few more things? Sure, what is it? Who are you? My name is Donna Baltassel. I'm a dancer. Can't say I recognize the name. Have you been in film before? Not really, if I'm honest. Just a few background extra roles, that's it. At least until recently. I came here to audition for my first starring role. I was gonna play a showgirl who led a secret double life. Star of the show, huh? Yeah, she said I looked even prettier than in my headshot, so she wanted to give me a more prominent part. I ended up arriving late though, and the director was really mad. But she still let me audition. Then something happened while I was dancing. I think I stepped wrong and fell or something, I don't know. It all happened so fast. How long have you been here? I've been stuck in this dusty ballroom for about a month now. At least I think. They start to blur together after a while. It sounds dreadful. Yeah, but at least you're here. And you're going to help me cross over, right, miss? That's right. And it's Dahl. Patricia Dahl. Patricia Dahl? Wait, don't tell me. You did a lot of movies before The Code? Cats and Canaries? Mysterious Darling? That Patricia Dahl? I'm guessing you're a fan? I loved your movies. You were such a knockout in Distress with the Central Railway. I went to see it twice. Did you take a break after the end of The Code or something? It felt like forever before I saw your name up in something in there. Well, you see, when you're known for playing a woman with dress slit up the side and fiery dispositions, opportunities have a tendency to dry up once those kinds of girls go out of fashion. It was an easy transition, not to mention we just finished wrapping up a film not long before The Code was put into place. Had to leave near half of it in the cutting room floor in order to get it past the censors. Even then, some theaters refused to take it, and of course that somehow was my fault. They treated me like I went from box office gold to dynamite overnight. But I managed to adjust, and just took some time and determination. And people like you still wanted to see me on screen to help too. Had to convince some people that putting me in a movie would still bring in an audience, even with all the changes. I had no idea it hit you that hard. But hey, you still made it through. Even with The Code getting you down. And the whole scandal thingy, I don't remember what happened honestly. Just in those gossip magazines were really going for the throat in their articles about you for a good bit. I'm sure it's just a bunch of nonsense anyway. I mean, you're still getting roles, aren't you? Right. Anyway, tell me more about yourself. Sorry, I guess I got so excited about asking you questions I forgot to say anything about myself. Let me think. My name's Donna. I've been dancing my whole life. I sing a little. I like talking to people, and I only moved to Hollywood a few years ago, and I got comfortable pretty quickly. I was surprised how friendly people can be out here. Let me think. What else? I have a fluffy cat I named Muffy. Guess that's everything I can think of. Guess I'm just boring. Sorry. I really wish I could had more to tell. I'm sure you're not boring. Maybe your memory's just a bit fuzzy from being stuck here for so long. That makes sense. It has been a while. Gosh, I really hope I wasn't gonna wind up losing all my memories. I don't think I can handle forgetting. How'd you die? I remember I was dancing and then out of nowhere I started feeling lightheaded. And then, I can't quite recall what else. I just remember feeling dizzy mid-audition and a weird pain in my chest before I collapsed. It might have been my own fault. I was so worried about arriving late, the only thing I had to drink was a glass of water the director gave me. Maybe I fainted and landed wrong? I don't even remember hitting the ground, then I woke up on the ballroom floor. And it was so cold. I was all alone in here, and hard as I tried, I couldn't manage to leave. And so here I still am. See anything strange? I thought I saw something in the shadows backstage while I was getting ready, but that was probably just a trick of the light. Do you know it's Barton? Anna? Anna Barton? About this doll, has dark hair, pretty eyes, and a sultry voice. Fitted suit jacket she wears all the time. Yeah, her. I presume you two are acquainted? Of course we're acquainted. That's my girlfriend. Wait, how do you know her? Met her earlier tonight. She mentioned you were the reason she even came here. She tracked down the director and set up an audition with her to just try and find you after you went missing. Really? Is she here now? Can you take me to her? About that, she's already passed on to the next life. His Violenti got to her before she found anything about, I'm afraid. I don't think she knew you were still around. I'm sorry you didn't get to see her. Oh, I see then. Well, at least we can be together once I cross over too, right? Of course. Never mind. Okay then. So, would you like to dance? I love to, but... Alright, the music. My bad. Patricia places the vinyl on the record player and puts the needle in place. So music starts to play. Okay, we got music. Really? Do you know how? Yes. Great. Why don't you show me? No. Here, let me show you. Yeah, I don't know how to dance. Sorry about that. Like this. Oh wait, we have to repeat it? Oh hell no. Don't tell me you have to do that. Now you try. Girl. Simply marvelous. You're such a lovely dancer. You really think so? Of course. I would be honored to have my last dance with you. Donna gently took Patricia's hand and took her to the middle of the ballroom floor. She hadn't expected Donna to take the lead as they danced, but she didn't particularly mind either. Donna twirled her around the dance floor, easily keeping time with the upbeat music. Patty couldn't help but keep a smile from spreading across her face, and neither could her incorporeal dance partner. Patricia had to admit, despite the current circumstances, she was having fun dancing with the pretty ghost. It wasn't long, though, before the song and her dance drew to a close. That was so much fun, but I have to go now. Here, it's not much, but you probably get more use out of it than me. Donna hands Patricia a half-full box of matches. Thank you for dancing with me. I can never thank you enough. Bye now. How do we move on? Why is the director killing all these people? So truly bizarre. Just Dutzy old theater costume. They appear to be play scripts with lots of scribbling in the margins. Some of the pages look torn. Prop swords. I guess someone didn't like what they saw. Need something to cross the gap with. Hold up. Shape unbreakable. Can I use anything here? The fake blood looks convincing. Fabric is... any board? And we work planks in that storage area. Do I really have to go all the way back there? Oh, I might have to. Here we go. A small silver key on the floor. Hope whatever in this damn room is worth all the trouble she put me to. Hopefully. Oh hell no. That broke. Oh! Time to get out of there. What is this? What is this director hiding? I do not understand. Oh, it's upstairs. Okay, room number 3. I think it was here. Oh no, not here. Here. Better be something important. Of course, her room has another ghost in it. I should have expected that by now. Come on, come on. Pick up the damn phone already. I know you can hear me. What? You don't want to talk to me anymore now that I'm dead too? And she's having a contemplation in the phone? Great. Ahem. Just who the hell are you? Oh shit, I mean, you need to be moving along, dame. Your name's Detective Ida Bainbridge? And this here is a crime scene. And having some civilian messing with the evidence makes it awful hard to solve a murder. You see? So it's best you be on your way. Right. So I'm guessing from the silly getup you're playing detective? Damn straight. And I ain't playing, I'm a bona fide private eye. Really now. Is that why you talk like some kid that reads too many dime and sword crime novels? Nobody actually talks like that. It's just something silly to do in movies. Oh, son of a bitch. I thought my act was pretty convincing. Doesn't matter either way. I came here to play detective and ended up uncovering an actual murder. I'm gonna find out who did it, ghost or not. Let me guess. The woman that was killed in the screening room, Anna Barton. That's the death you're investigating? Yeah, how'd you know? Talked to her earlier. Well, her spirit anyway. She was interesting to say the least. I used your key to get in here, so it's safe to assume you're looking into how Anna died. Oh, is that so? Huh. You got any leads on the perpetrator then? Some sort of shadowy monster thing? I didn't get a good look at it. It looked unnatural. Whatever it wasn't human. It didn't have to be real short, yeah? Close to the ground and skittery? Don't think so. But I think I know what you're talking about. Have you seen it? Yeah. I nearly killed it before it scampered away in the ballroom. And I came here to further investigate Miss Barton's mysterious demise. Door locked behind me, lights went out, and next thing I knew, sharp cold steel into my back. Ms.Director must have known I was close to cracking the case, so she had me snuffed out. Huh, that's the first I've heard of her doing her own dirty work. As far as I knew, she was just left it to those creatures. Yeah, as if. I was way too tough for those bozos. They barely put a scratch on me. You seem to be in a pretty good mood for someone who's dead. Come on, doll. Just because I'm dead doesn't mean I gotta be all doom and gloom. Won't do me any good anyhow. Well, if you're so pleased as punch about getting backstabbed, why haven't you gone into the light already? Just because I'm high in spirits, no pun intended, doesn't mean I'm ready to head into the light just yet. I'm gonna stick around till I get my revenge. Or at least I know that crazy broad's gonna get locked up for good. But what can I do? I'm just a ghost. I'm stuck in this damn mansion until I'm put to rest properly. Unless I were to have a partner to help with the case. Then maybe I could rest easy after we put that bird in the jailhouse or a coffin. I'll help. Fantastic. Though there's one problem I see in our plan. What are you talking about? You can't leave this room. The ghosts who die here are attached to the place they died. Jeez, doll. You really think you're an expert on ghosts now you've talked to a couple, huh? Maybe I do. Am I wrong? Only partially. Sure, I can't leave as long as my restless spirit is attached to this room. Not much you got right. However, spirits can attach themselves to people or objects they find interesting too. You're not implying you should possess me in order to leave, are you? No, that ain't right at all. I ain't the kind of poltergeist to go around possessing pretty dames without taking them out to dinner first. I was thinking of getting attached to something you got with you. If I were to latch onto something that you got on your person, then I'd be able to go just about anywhere, as long as you aren't too far. Latch onto something like maybe your rather lovely pair of, earrings or something? I don't know. Well, if you want me to come with you, then you're gonna have to get attached somehow. I mean, I always could just haunt you yourself, though I ain't quite sure how that works. I mean, I know ghosts can do that, but I don't know if it's more permanent than haunting some jewelry or a nightstand, you know? And even if it isn't, fine. You can haunt my earrings, or whatever you think you need to do to follow me around. I don't have a night to sit here and discuss the limitations of being semi-corporeal entity. Right, let's get a move on then. Wasting moonlight. Okay. What'd you say your name was again? Patricia. Alright, Patty, before we head out, got any other burning questions for me? How did you know about the murders? Well, I can tell the director is pretty good at not leaving tracks. How did you know about the murder of Miss Barton? That's an easy one. You see, I arrived a couple hours early to my audition. Ms.Director seemed a little hesitant to let me in, but I brushed it off as her being nervous. She was showing me around, and when we were going by the screening room, she told me it was undergoing maintenance and we shouldn't go in. However, I, being my investigating stealth, couldn't resist taking a little peek through the door. The screening room was a damn mess. Blood and black ooze all over the carpets, along with whatever was left of Miss Barton. The director pretended to freak out and not know what happened, but her acting was as bad as her writing. She hurried off to supposedly go call the cops. After that, she sicked one of her creatures on me to get rid of the only witness. I already told you the rest. Anything else? Have you met the others? Can't say I have. Haven't had the time to go around introducing myself to the local specters, you know? Only other ghost I've seen around hasn't been exactly the talkative type. Tall, wears a ratty sweater vest, likes to disappear a lot. phase clean through the wall and flow around to the other without so much as a how do you do. Some people these days, I swear. Anything else? Are there other monsters? My guess is as good as yours, dolls, but knowing the lady behind the strings, I wouldn't put it past her to have some spare monsters lying around. Anything else? That's all. Alrighty, let's get a move on. We need to search this place top to bottom. Ugh, she's gonna be annoying. Another script, must have been Anna's. Ugh, not even past the first page and looks awful. How does the director manage to make scripts this bad? It's almost impressive. She manages to make the most unbearable shit to read. That's crazy, I actually have a talent for that. Looks like she was trying to rewrite parts of the script. She's not half bad. Her penmanship is a little lacking though. Find something of value in my ass, nothing but old clothes and junk in here. Seriously, you're robbing the dead right in front of me? For shame. Oh hush, she told me it was fine. Anything else? Can't see a thing. Is the fog really that thick? Actually, it's just drywall. The window's fake. Oh. Dusty bookshelf. Anything here? Nothing of interest in the closet. Not a skeleton in sight. Is there really something interesting here? Guitars of rock. Good luck with your new ghostly gumshoe. You've got a lot of ground to cover. I thought there was something valuable here. Oh, I see how it is. Phone girl's too good to talk to ghosts. Jerk. There's nothing of value that I see here. Okay, so where are we going first? What items do we have? A matchbox, empty wine bottle, a matchbox. What would that be? I guess we still have those rooms in... Hold up. This room is still empty. Yeah, I'm not opening that up. Something tells me we don't want to see what's on the other side. It was... where was that at? Theater door? It was a storage room. Where's the storage room? I think it was over here. The lock looks like some heavy duty stuff. I think we're gonna need to find a key if we want to get in there. I think... let's go up here. Nope, not the storage room. Over here, the creepy room. Another lock. Looks like my Bertise. Oh, okay, great. And I don't think I can get this one. We'll have to try another way. Maybe if we find a lockpick. How about up here? My time to shine. And yeah, this one ain't budging. Okay, so you're kind of useless. Lockpick, where would that be? Anywhere in here? Oh, what was that? That shiny thing at the bottom of the closet? What's that? Huh, I didn't notice that before. It was like a planchette. Might come in handy. I don't see how a little hunk of wood and glass is going to help us, but sure, let's take it along. Planchette. Oh, it's those. Wait, how's that gonna help? Planchette. Some weapons, perfect. They would be if they weren't made of cardboard tubes and paper mache. Planchette. What would I use that for? Ida faces her hand through the locked door, fiddling with the handle from the other side. And oh, she opened it. Finally, doing something useful. What'd you find? A lockpick, I think. A bit of an odd thing to hide in a flower pot. That should come in handy. Here she takes the lockpick from the vase. Awesome. Bunch of dusty old books. They look like they haven't been touched in years. Another tabloid. Hey, look, Patty. This one's got your name on it. Huh, would you look at that? Yikes. These writers sure aren't happy with your patty cake. Heartless harlot, gold digger. What should do to get on their bad side? I'd rather not talk about it. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling all of a sudden. I'm sure it's nothing. I think your bad feeling is very valid. Empty fireplace. What the? Is the door locked behind us? Maybe it's a one-way door. Here, let me get the door for you. Alright. Very useful indeed. Uh-oh. I recognize that noise. Me too. Come on, we have to hide quick enough. Maybe it won't find us? Where am I hiding? Here? Can't you find your own hiding spot? Who cares? You're dead. You don't think it knows we're here, right? I mean, it didn't see us or nothing. It'll probably walk on by. Ida, do you really think this was a good idea? Of course I do. Our hiding spots are flawless. As you were saying, it should have just walked on by. No way it could have hurt us. Probably only knows we're in here is because you don't know when to shut your mouth. Excuse me? What do we do now? Shit, okay, I got an idea. When it comes in, I'll distract it and you bash it over the head with something. There's no way. Holy shit, this one's bigger than I thought. Smash the wine bottle. Is it dead? Nice going. Is it dead? Hope so, with how hard you bashed that sucker. Wham! Right in the back of the skull. I still don't want to hang around too long, you know. On the off chance it's still alive. Fair enough, let's get going. We got bigger fish to fry anyhow. Alright, back to snooping. Okay, back to that storage room. Where is it? Up here. Now that we have a lock, pin, pick. Patricia hands the lockpick to Ida. Ida, how do you know how to pick locks anyway? Isn't exactly something you learn from doing theater. Hey, I got the door open. Look at it. What is this? How sweet. Empty teacup. An old beat up book of fairy tales. Odd. Never would have taken the director for that sort to read this kind of stuff. Bed linens. Would have been nice if this infirmary had any actual first aid supplies. But alas, it seems the director cleaned this place out to use as a set. Pity. Yeah, let's save our progress. Weird. Can't see what's behind here. Almost kind of feels pointless. Alright, let's unlock this door. And in record time. What's this? Oh! It's an Ouija board? You're kidding me. Oh my god. Ms.Director wants contacts the dead with a damn kid's toy? That's hilarious. Hold on, there's a body in the corner. Who are you? Oh, it's a rag doll lay slumped up over the ground. Probably best to leave it alone. Looks like an old notebook. It's full of loose papers and has property of Josephine Violente written on the cover. It's got smudged ink on silver entries and pages falling out, but no denying it's a diary. And it has some spare necromancy notes. Lovely. So it seems like the director was trying to bring someone back to life or make contact with the dead. Dear diary, I don't think my parents will be coming back for me. It's been months since they said they'd be back. Maybe they suffered an accident. Maybe they just forgot about me. At least with my uncle I have slightly more freedom, though only because he's careless and leaves the house unattended more often. Even so, I miss them. I wish I could escape, but where would I go? If my parents don't want me, surely nobody else will take me. I'd rather die than spend my days at some broken down orphanage. I can't live like this anymore. I had to do something. I could just kill him. I'm sure nobody will miss him. If I have been reading grandmother's notes right, I should be able to resurrect him as a rather useful puppet. He could easily stand in as a fake guardian until I'm of age and can simply inherit the estate. Once he's dead, I'll be completely alone. I can't wait. Okay. There's something wrong with her mentally. Dearest Diary, I haven't heard from Uncle all day. Not that I'm entirely complaining. I've searched the house and he's nowhere to be found, though his car is still outside, which is rather odd. The only place I haven't checked is the basement, and I've been warned both time and time again to stay away by both him and my late grandmother. But I have no other options but to check there. I know what's been going on in the basement. Uncle hasn't been very honest with me. His soirees went for fun and dancing. They were cultish meetings. I found my uncle alone, bleeding and clinging to a stone altar to stay upright. I watched from the doorway as he slowly died there. He deserved it. He took everything from me. He let my parents abandon me. I want more in him. I came back to record everything before I began my experiment, and to get my resurrection notes. All the books down there are useless. They're all books on sealing away entities and keeping them at bay. One mentioned something about the destruction of the undead. Completely worthless to me. Alas, Diary, our companionship has come to an end. You served me well, but now I need to make some new friends. A step-by-step guide on raising the dead, it would appear. There's mention of how to keep the dead fresh and usable, and how to patch up such an abomination should the rot take over. There's also a warning as to the importance of the separation of the spirit and body before one could resurrect a corpse in such a way. Should the soul and body not be properly separated for the ritual, the creation of a semi-corporeal spirit may occur. The spirit would be very difficult to dispel with normal cleansing methods. While soul may still stay with the remnants of the body from an hour up to a full day, it is best to cleanse the remains used beforehand as precaution. Let me see. So they're all into that culture stuff. All empty. Just some old history books, nothing interesting. This is someone's bedroom. Was this her bedroom? It's so dark and damp. Alright, let's play with the Ouija board. Patricia puts her hand on the planchette and focuses on the board. Can't believe I'm doing this. Are there any spirits here who would like to talk? I'll be damned if planchette is moving. Oh shoot. What are they saying? It's spelling out something. Then I-C-E-T-I. Alright, stop messing with the board. Ha, you totally fell for it. Come on, doll. I'm a ghost standing right next to someone playing with a spirit board. I can never resist messing with you. Just, never mind. Let's get going, no need to stick around. Okay, time to leave. Okay, what other doors are locked? Is this locked? Cool. This was locked. No, not here. Oh wait, there's something back here. I don't know if this will be sharp enough, but it doesn't hurt to try. Patricia uses a broken glass to cut the door free of all edges. It's still covered in hideous wallpaper, but at least it's open now. And done. Ha, wow. I think I finally found the perfect look for me with my new complexion. Well, now what? If only I had someone else to do makeup on, or at least someone to talk to. I think I'm starting to go crazy and hearing things. Maybe we could help? My friend here is quite the conversationalist. Aw, thanks, Patty Cake. I don't think she could keep her mouth shut if she tried. Thanks, Patty Cake. Huh? How long have you two been standing there? And how'd you get in here anyways? You found a door beneath the wallpaper? Looked like someone didn't want anyone finding this room for some reason. Oh, that explains why Ms. Violente never came back like she said she would. But why hide the door like that? No wonder I haven't seen anyone else all the time. Oop, where are my manners? I haven't even introduced myself yet. My name is Lacey. Pleased to meet you, I'm Patricia. And I'm Detective Barnbridge, Private Eye, here to investigate the mysterious disappearance connected to this here manor. Is the entire introduction really necessary? Oh my, you're perfect. I am? Of course, you're the perfect subject for a makeover. Your hair is a disaster. Even by ghost standards, your complexion is horrific. You'd be such a fun project. You, really know how to make a girl feel special, don't you? Sorry, you have to let me style you, please. I'll leave you alone after that, I swear. If I can make you look presentable, then I know all that time in beauty school was worth it. I understand what you're saying, but Patty, please help me out here. You know what? Come on, Ada, just let her doll you up. Come on, Patty, you really gonna take her side? Come on, Ada, can't you just grin and bear it for a little while? Just to help her move on. Ugh, I mean, fine, I guess. I'll take it. Really? Perfect. Come here and let's get started. Oh, I hope you enjoy your makeup. Hold still, I can't brush your hair off if you keep moving. Oh, that's what you're doing? I thought you were trying to scalp me. It only feels like that because you won't sit still. Patricia, I may need you to hold her down if she doesn't cut it out. I suppose I could lend a hand once I get the makeup. You know what? It ain't that bad after all. This is fine. No need to do anything drastic. That's good to hear. Oh, and did you need something, Patricia? Ask you something? Oh, of course. Ask away. About yourself. Gladly. My name is Lacey Gardner, makeup artist for the stars. Were you in the industry long? About 3 years now, though I did some small theater productions while I was still in beauty school, so technically longer, I suppose. I actually used to paint for a living before that, but that starving artist stereotype is no joke. It really wasn't that big of a jump from what I used to do now. It's just painting on a person instead of a canvas. Though it's exciting being on productions where they're breaking out the special effects for monsters and things. I mean, I'm fine just sticking with my rough and rogue and lip stain, but nothing beats getting really into making prosthetic blends with the face and getting to paint up a cute little clown look. But sometimes I get bumped from working on the monster paint to do the ladies' makeup again. Told me I took too many artistic liberties and need to remember to stick to the color palette. I was just trying to think of how to make it look on camera instead of trying to make it look accurate. I mean, it'll be black and white anyway, right? Yeah, some people really can't handle being more knowledgeable than them. You're preaching to the choir. Any idea where I can find it? Oh, I know, I saw some really expensive brands in the backstage area in the ballroom. Those will work fantastic. That's not exactly an option right now. Oh, well, that's a shame. I was really hoping to get my hands on some of those. I've heard there's some in the bathroom or something around here. What kind of makeup should I find? She does need a lot of work. Something bold will suit her, I think. And I think her foundation ought to help with how awful her skin is. If that doesn't work, a bright lipstick and a flattering eyeshadow will help draw the eye away from that. Like how I'm let you put that spackle you call makeup on my face. Did you say something, detective? Just can't wait to see what you do to my face. Me too. Alright, that's alright. Think we found makeup in the bathroom. Here we are. Not exactly if this is Ida's style, but probably make that ghost happy. Take more of the gaudy makeup. Future took the brightly colored makeup. Ooh, Okay, got the makeup. Will this do okay? This will work perfectly. Exactly what I need to make her gorgeous. Haha, yay, so excited. Patty, why? Lacey excitedly took the makeup Patricia brought and starts her work on Natty's face. Ida is trying hard to sit still and be a good sport, but she's grimacing. Ugh, can't you stop making faces? I know I wanted a challenge, but you're just being difficult. As she works, she chatters about some celebrity gossip she remembered. Ida zones out immediately while Patty tries to humor her. It feels like forever as Lacey continues to paint Ida's face in brightly colored makeup. Patricia ends up reading the dusty tabloid while she waits. There's a little more color here, some blending there, and with that... Viola, pretty as a picture. It's great. I love it. Really? So do I. You looked adorable. Aw, I think you really outdid yourself, Lacey. I'm so happy. Well, a deal's a deal. I guess I'll get out of your hair now. Thank you so much for letting me do your makeup. I'm so glad you liked it. Ta-ta! Is she gone? She moved on just fine. Oh, thank Christ. God, it looked like a clown. I feel like I dunked my face in flour. Because it has to count as desecration of a corpse, right? Oh, don't be such a baby. You look... Alright, fine, you're right. That doesn't suit your face shape at all. But it made her happy enough to move on, so that's what matters. Ida takes the cloth off the dressing table and scrubs her face furiously. But not happy enough to leave us anything useful. Got my hair ripped off for nothing. Unbelievable. Yup, another poor soul move on. Isn't that reward enough? Yeah, I think I deserve compensation for the psychological torment she put me through. Oh, you'll survive. Okay, what's in the tabloid? How old is this tabloid issue? At least a few years? Either way, they're still really hung up on really old scandals. Old hairstyling, anything else useful? There's a faint smell of chlorine coming from the vent. Let me take a look. Alright, finally got this door unlocked. Voila. Another dead person. Huh, I thought I was the only one. Not to be rude, but what the hell's a girl like you doing here? I could ask you the same thing. I asked first. And seeing as you're still breathing, you're the one who's someplace you shouldn't be. For a point, I'm just trying to find my way out here. What about you? Yeah, good luck with that. I'm just trying to keep from going stir crazy being cooped up here like this. At least the director has good taste in amenities. I see. How'd she die? I've never been much for billiards. Every time I try to hit the ball, it never goes the way I want it to. Feels kind of like my life. Anyway, let me update your file. Another piano. Must have been hard getting it to the second floor. Do you play piano, Ida? Just a little. Guess I could give it a go. Pretty well for playing it just a little. Just a little. Maybe I've been a little modest. Alright, enough messing around, back to snooping. What's in here? A shelf of dusty knickknacks. Some books of poetry, it looks like. A little bit of Poe, a little bit of Sappho. She has some good taste. Just a bunch of pool cues hung up on the wall. How about you with your story? Care for a game? Sorry, I don't play billiards. I was wondering if I could ask you a few things. I guess. I haven't seen another soul around here, so I guess I could use the conversation. Who are you? Daisy Thornton. I work in business. You? Patricia Dahl. Charmed, surely. Now, you're sure you're not up for a game? Could have a little wager if that'll make the offer more attractive. Really, it's fine. Your loss. How'd you get here? You really want to know why I came here? No, I just felt like asking to waste both our time. No need to get short. I was just making sure. I work in family business. I make offers to people on behalf of my organization. Sort of contracts, that sort of thing. I was discussing a budget with Josephine for her next film, and I thought everything would be going fine. Huh, interesting. Who do you work for exactly? The mob. I thought they sent me to cut a deal with Josephine, but I guess they had other plans sorted out. Can we change the subject? Oh, sure, I get it. Don't need me saying too much and making you a target. I won't tell you what family I'm with for your own safety. But I will let you in on a little secret. And what's that? The deal was going to be that she'd bump off a few choice players for us and get to keep the snuff reels. We pay for the cost of getting her what she needed and we'll split the blood money. Is that what she was making? At least that's what the plan was before she went and took me out instead. Real shame too. I thought we'd been getting along before then. How unfortunate. You're telling me. Okay, so how you die? How are you supposed to avoid these sorts of questions when talking to dead people? Only to get angry about it. Fair, I guess. I was out in the courtyard taking a tour around the mansion before we got down to business. We've been talking here and there, and I may have let a few inappropriate comments slip, but she didn't seem to really care. So I'm standing there admiring the fountain when out of nowhere, her and a couple of her goons came up behind me and dunked my head into the water. I'm pretty good at playing dead, so I thought perhaps if I just held my breath long enough and waited it out, I could escape. And you can see for yourself how well that worked out. Still don't know why they went to all the trouble of setting me up like this. Why not just give me cement shoes and a long walk off the short pier? Or just shoot me for God's sake. Men can be so overly complicated at times, I swear. Anyways, was there anything else you needed? Nah. Suit yourself. Couldn't help but mention you didn't really say any reason you're stuck here. You want to move on, don't you? Go into the light and all that? What's keeping you here? Oh, that's easy. I like it here. No point in crossing over for me. But since you went and got the door for me, I'm not stuck in this room anymore, so I can just go about anywhere. Thanks for that, by the way. What? I'll admit it can be a bit of a drag, but the trade-off does have some perks. Don't have to eat, having a physical form is optional, and I haven't eaten a cigarette since I died. Once I get out of this place, I'm gonna wreak havoc on my ex-boyfriend. No doubt the bastard is the one who planned all this. He never did get over when I left him for his boss. Oh, well, duh. I told him it was just business. But you know how mobsters can be. Once I go back to the city, they will know what hit him. Okay, lovely chatting with you. I'll be on my way now. I should get moving too, since you won't play with me. I'm afraid there's nothing left for me here. Be seeing you around, Patricia. That's it? So what do we do now? Wanna play a few rounds after the table's free? No thanks, I don't play billiards anymore. Okay, gotta find more of these locked doors. Somewhere, anywhere. Not this one. This room is locked. And okay. Anyone in here? No dead person. Radio's turned to static. Another vanity. I should probably fix my makeup real quick. If she's getting all of this on film, I hate to look like a wreck in most of it. Come on now, Patty. I know you want to kiss your reflection, but we gotta get a move on. Zip it, Sherlock. Oh, so they're making like those type of films? That's crazy. Adorable, aren't they? I don't know, doll. Don't you think their eyes are kind of creepy? Like, look like they're always watching. Oh, get over it. Let's see what's in here. Someone's diary. It seems there's a few entries, with most of the other pages being torn out or blank. Let's read it. Dear Diary, I'm starting to think I should have taken my parents' offer to send me into boarding school instead of going to live with my uncle. He's so fun at all, and only tries to homeschool me for a week before he gave up. Now I'm not allowed downstairs unsupervised, and he locks me in my room whenever he's away. All I have for company is you, dearest diary. When mother and father return from the touring of Europe, I'll have them buy this old mansion and kick out my worthless uncle. Such a man deserves better than that cat as the caretaker. They actually employ some staff and run this place properly. Dear diary, I found a spare library key today. I hid it somewhere Uncle could never find it. He forbade me from going in there, saying the books from my grandmother's old collection will fill my head with nonsense. Of course, he can't stop me while he's away during the day and forgets to lock the door. I found a set of keys in the previous maid's quarters and hid them about, so even if he finds one key, I won't lose them all. The books in the library are quite interesting, all sorts of tales of the necromantic and of ghostly encounters. Some of the tomes even have detailed instructions on contacting the dead and even resurrection. Though I don't really have supplies to experiment with either just yet. Dear Diary, I've grown so sick of this place and of my uncle's nonsense. He's more of a jailer than a guardian, and my room is my plush prison. I still don't have all the keys to the mansion. I still lack the keys to his personal quarters, the basement, or to the kitchen. I found a spirit board in the maid's old room the other day. I started talking to my late grandmother. She's very kind. She warned me not to go to the basement, saying there's things down there far too dangerous for a young girl. I started reading books on lockpicking, though I've not had any success yet. At least the spare key I found are still good. Uncle is still none the wiser about my escapades when he's gone. If I manage to learn to lockpick, perhaps I'll investigate what's happening in the basement. Grandmother's warnings only have made me more curious. Let's put it down. Okay, so she hates her uncle. He ended up dying, which is good for her. All's well. This door. Bathroom. Ida, if you would. Sure thing. After you. What's this? Another ghost? If I knew I was going to die like this, I would have worn something more extravagant. But now I'm doomed to wander eternally in my fourth best evening gown. What could I possibly have done to deserve this? This is all Patricia's fault. Patricia. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't have taken that stupid role, and my career wouldn't have been tarnished so badly. Goddamn floozy. She's the reason I ended up here. She ruined my career. She took everything from me. I hope she rots. Why? If I ever talking to yourself as usual, Joanne? You really can't let go of the past, can you? It's not my fault you couldn't dig your reputation out of that hole you made. Really, I would have thought you moved on by now. Moved on. Move on. I'll move on when you apologize. Me apologize? As if you hadn't slandered me to the tabloids in every interview since that day. As if you haven't been dead set on destroying my career for the past year. It's not my fault. The only way you can get roles is by flirting with the casting directors. Speaking of, what are you doing here anyhow? This doesn't seem like your kind of gig. Same as you, I presume. Work was slow and I needed a job to keep the lights on. You, desperate for work? Surprised. And why's that? Figured for as long as Street Corners still existed, you'll be able to find plenty of work. You're one to talk. Maybe next time you accuse someone of being a whore, you'll dress a bit more conservatively. Otherwise, you just look like the pot calling the kettle black. But I'll have you know, this symbol was tailor-made for me. It's on the cutting edge of fashion. Cutting edge? I agree. If the hem of your dress was cut any higher, you'd be on the edge of committing public indecency every time you sat down. Oh, you just admit you're jealous already. As if I'd ever be jealous of a floozy like you. You're the one who's jealous. That's why you stole every goddamn lover I've ever had. Just couldn't stand seeing me happy even for a minute. Stole, right? As if it's my fault your dreadful personality drove them away. Don't try to pin that on me when you died you couldn't manage to keep a steady relationship. That's all your own fault. I'm done talking to you. As am I. This isn't the time nor the place. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something here. You had a rivalry going on for at least a few years now. She's dead set on trying to ruin my career for no reason, and I refuse to take it lying down. Oh, don't try and play like that. That's all there is to it. You know precisely what you did. I'm sorry, was I talking to you? We should really go. I'm doubtful there's anything we could do to help her. If she's so dead set and wallowing in her self-pity and being so mad about the past, we should just let her be. We still need to talk to her, though. She might have something useful about the director, or have something we need. If you insist. I'll wait by the door and we can get moving once you're done interrogating her. Nothing useful. Books. Few of them are big and heavy, but they look so old they might just turn to dust if you handle them too roughly. Windows. Nothing. Another one of them pretty flower paintings. Director's got them all over the place. Maybe livens up the joint. I wish I could be more help, but dealing with divas can be near impossible. Best of luck. Oh, so now you talk to me? Don't get used to it. I'm only asking you because I know Patricia is currently unavailable. Now, just tell me what's all happened since I talked to Patricia's last so I can update your file. What about mine? Yours isn't relevant anymore. Now, are you going to tell me or not? Fine, I get it. Talk to you? Why is there glasses on the table? Looks way too clean to have been used. And just who the hell are you? Detective by the Brainbridge, ma'am. I've been looking into all the murder and mayhem going around in Nearsbury Mansion, and I feel like you might be able to help me. Oh, I don't believe that for a second. I'm telling the truth. I'm a certified private eye. Really now, a girl your age running around solving murders? Sorry, but I find that hard to believe. Yeah, I'm not that young. I'm the best detective this town's ever seen. Well, you don't say. Well, why don't you prove it to me then? Since detective work comes so easily to you, I'm sure a smart girl like you have no problem solving something simple as, oh, I don't know, solving how I died. Yeah, I could totally find that out. No problem. Give me just 1 sec. Take your time. Okay, how you died. Are you done? Can we leave now? Not yet. I mean, it has to do definitely with your poison? Empty wine glass. Hide the checks underneath the couch and between the cushions. Not even a speck of lint. Nada. Anything here? There's gotta be something in one of these. Oh, maybe we got something. Nope, just my imagination, I guess. Maybe in the books? Just some books. Just windows. Lady, I don't know how you would die. Nothing here. Got nothing. Zilch. Oh, what do we have here? Ida pulls out a small silver coin out from between the cushions. I find a quarter. Doesn't help me solve this murder, but neat. A quarter? A quarter? Well, Miss Detective, how's the investigation? Ask questions? Alright, just got a few questions for you. Who are you? Joanne Gilsep? Professional actress. Beat Patricia Dahl in several magazine polls on popularity. Pleased to meet you. When did you die exactly? Oh, cutting right to the chase, are we? Honestly, I prefer not to talk about it. Still a sore subject for me. What do you know about the director? Not a lot. Said she was fresh out of film school, graduated with high marks, was looking for a blonde beauty for the main character for her first film. Seemed nice enough. Never mind then. Man, she's not really giving much to work with. Maybe I'll have to look elsewhere. Never mind. Let's try again. Well, no sense in keeping me waiting. How do you think I died? Simple, it was a blow to the head, strangulation, poison. But the glasses are too clean. Strangulation? Strangulation. You're so busy talking you didn't even notice one of her goons slipped some piano wire around your neck. And just like that, you took your last breath. And just what brought you to that conclusion? Well, you see, I'm waiting. Let me get back to you on that. That's what I thought. But there's nothing else here. Too clean to have been used. Can't say poison. I'll just try it. Blows to the head. Blunt force trauma. She came right behind you while you weren't looking and bam, took you out in one blow. Wow, I never would have guessed. Considering you're wrong. What do you think I noticed the director get up and grab something having to bash my head in with? In fact, I don't even think there's anything in here heavy enough to inflict enough damage to kill me in one blow. Unless you have some evidence to the contrary. Shit, I was kidding. The real murder method was... Okay, so it was poison. Classic poisoning. She put arsenic in your drink while you weren't looking, and not long after you took a sip, dead in your seat. You seem quite confident in your assumption. Too bad you're wrong. The director hadn't offered me anything to drink. Glasses were here when I got here. It was actually when she offered to go get us something that had happened. I was just testing to see if you knew the real way you died was... Yeah, we don't know. How shocking. I just gotta investigate some more. What could I be missing? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can come back. I have no idea. I just gotta figure it out. Oh, there's glass on the floor? It's bleeding. What the hell? The paintings of her normally bleed. This is getting suspicious and scary now. What was that? That was glass breaking. I think I know where I need... That broke. Where's that room with the spirit board? Not here. Where was it? Here we are. Patricia puts her hand in the planchette and focuses on the board. Couldn't hurt to give it another try. Are there any spirits trapped here? Besides Ida, that would like to communicate? Planchette moves slightly. Ida, I swear if you move it again. Ain't me this time, doll. Planchette hovers over no, then probably drags us up to goodbye. Oh, well, guess that's the answer. Well, that's rude. I'm trying to talk. Don't be rude. One last try. Alright. Are you... With a jolt, Planchette shoots across the board back to goodbye. Maybe we should stop fiddling with a creepy board. Just a thought. Fine. So whoever this is doesn't want to talk to us. We still gotta figure out Joanne's cause of death. Glass? There's glass everywhere. But what would that mean? You know what? Let me try it one more time. I have no other leads and I have no idea what's going on. It's angry, so maybe they won't kill us? Maybe. What part of no and goodbye do you not understand? Haven't you done enough damage already? Well then, you're definitely not who I was expecting. Sorry for bothering you, but who were you expecting? It's nothing. It's been a while since I've seen anyone around here in general. You're trapped here too, aren't you? For the past 30 years or so, yeah, I've lost count, honestly. After a while, you stop bothering trying to keep time. 30 years? Jeez, guess Ms.Director's been at this longer than we thought. Director? Wait a minute. What are you two talking about? And what the hell has she been up to? Has it really been that long? Are you Miss Josephine Valente? Film director, shameless murderer? Ring a bell? You have to be kidding me. That stupid brat's a director now? That's what she spent her uncle's money on? So, I'm guessing you two are acquainted? Fortunately, yeah, I knew her when she was just a kid. She was a spoiled little shit. Couldn't stand not getting her way. When she managed to get in here and find that Ouija board, I was excited at first. Maybe she'll help me move on to the afterlife, you know? But of course not. She was just a tiny bitch grilling me for answers about death. The disrespectful kid didn't even know how to close a session right. Eventually I figured out who she was. She's the grandkid of the woman who used to own this house, Angela Violente. Crazy old bat. How do you two know her? Please don't tell me she's famous now or something. Being famous would probably be more fitting. She's an awful director. She invited me here just to kill me as far as I can tell. Same here. Though she succeeded in killing me, as you can no doubt tell. Of course she had to get me while my back was turned. Otherwise I would have walloped her. Well, it's been lovely chatting, but I just have to get going to settle down again. It's going to be a long eternity. Maybe we could help? You mentioned wanting to move on, right? Maybe we could help? You're joking. I've been stuck here for a couple of decades now. What makes you think you could just waltz in here and make everything better? We've got a fairly good track record so far. And it couldn't hurt to try, right? I guess not. Alright. Come back and talk to me if you can come up with an idea on how to help me move on. Idea? What am I gonna do? Ragdoll. What's this ragdoll doing here? Can I ask you a few things? I suppose it'd be okay. How'd you die? Well, for some reason, you remind me a lot of someone else who asked me that question. But if you need to know, it was Mrs. Violente, the previous owner of this house. She killed me a few months after her husband passed away. I think she might have sacrificed me to try and bring back her husband. I was knocked out beforehand, so hell if I know what happened after. And then for some reason, she's bound my spirit to that piece of trash over on the table. Maybe she blamed me for his death and wanted me to be punished. Or she was just a goddamn lunatic. Who knows, honestly. Any other questions? What do you know about the director? She used the Ouija board to talk to me often. When a girl asked me how I died, I only managed to spell out Grandma. My spirit was much weaker back then. She assumed I meant I was Grandma instead of Grandma murdered me. Which is fair, things can easily get lost in translation with a cheap spirit board. The kid had the weirdest obsession with her. Kept asking questions about death and things she read in the library. She asked a lot about the basement. I told her over and over not to go there. I've seen the things they do to people down there. Hell, I've had a front row seat to the horror show. Catched them mid-ritual once while looking for a spare mop, and next thing you know, you're part of your cult whether you want to join or not. Cult? Let's change the subject. Who are you? My name is Doris. I used to be a maid here. Not much to tell? Come on now. Surely there's more to your story than that. As much as I'd love to sit here and tell you my life story for the next hour, I think I'll pass. Any other questions? Never mind. You give me a hint how to help you? If I had any idea how to free myself from this place, do you really think I'd still be here? Right. Okay, what else could be in here? Empty old history books. A bed. Entries. Not yet. What else could be here? Why don't we just toss it out and set it on fire? Dealing with things like this is a touch more delicate than just burning it any old thing. You need to go about it in a specific way. Just need to figure out how. Alright, we have matches. Let me figure this out. Some else? Like, who's with these people not remembering how they died? Guys don't spectate over your bodies? Oh, another one? Really? The nurse? Who are you? How'd you get in here? I thought the door was locked. Can you help me? I can't seem to remember. Where am I? I've been stuck in this room for so long I don't even remember what time it is. Is there anything you can remember? I remember my name and that I'm a nurse, but that's about it. Though that's just because the name tag on my nurse uniform says Madeline. Classic case of amnesia. Can't say I'm too surprised. If the director bumped her off with a good blow to the noggin, that'd probably explain it. Though I don't see anything heavy enough that we use as a good weapon. Bumped off weapon? What are you talking about? Sorry, I was just kidding. Didn't mean to worry you. Just take a deep breath, alright? She's dead, Ida. She can't breathe. Wait, I'm what? I'm just trying to be supportive. Jeez. Do you ever think before you speak? Ever? I was just wondering. I'm dead? Sorry to break it to you, darling, but yeah. You're dead. But how? I don't... Should, calm down now. It's alright. I know it's scary, but you gotta stay calm, okay? I'm a ghost too, and this is my friend Patty. And we're gonna help you out. Right, Patty Cake? Don't call me that. I was just... Okay. Atta girl. Now, you have some questions? Sure, I just need a minute. I'm really dead. Take your time, hon. Way to go, Pat. Look what you did. Why are you blaming me? Don't you know not to tell ghosts they're dead if they don't know? She was going to find out sooner or later. And how was I supposed to know she wasn't already aware? Could at least put a little more delicately. Can't exactly help her if she's too in hysterics to talk to us. I get it. I'll try and be more careful from now on, alright? Alright, now let's see if she's up for a little interview. Interview away. Yes? Who are you? My name is Madeline. I'm a nurse. At least I think. I wouldn't be very useful as one now, since I don't remember anything from my schooling. How did you die? How exactly did you... Patty? What? Right, sorry. How can we help? I know you must be awfully shaken up. Is there anything we could do to help? I don't know, I don't remember how it happened. If you could at least figure out who I am, that would be helpful, or something that might jog my memory. Okay. Something in this room, maybe? Bed linens. Save at this point. Alright, yes. A book about fairy tales. Okay. Maybe there's other ghosts in that house at this point. Is there a ghost in here? Oh, another one. Returning to the scene of the crime, I see. Oh, it's just her. How fancy meeting you here. And who's that sourpuss you've been dragging around? What are you giving that look for? Come on, Patty. We should just go. We got more important shit to do. Well, I'll be. I thought I knew that bug, but that voice just confirmed it. Almost didn't recognize ya in that dumb getup. How you been, Ida? It's been a while, hasn't it? Aw, you're not happy to see me? Don't tell me you're still mad. The silent treatment? Come on, Ida B. You know that doesn't work on me. Don't call me that, you creep. Why don't you just take a hike and leave me alone? You know you miss me, Ida B. Why don't we just go back to how things were before? I'm not coming back to you. I'm never going to forgive you. Capiche? Playing tough as usual. Really, I wonder how you managed to not get tired of pretending. Doesn't matter anyway. I have better things to do. Oh, nice seeing you again, Patty. My offer for that game still stands. We'll be seeing you, Daisy. Ida B? You know, what a dumb nickname. Anyways, we should really get moving. We still got a murderer to catch. Okie dokie. Maybe we'll find our nurse's friend's real identity in this planner? That's odd. What's the matter, you find her? There's nothing here that even implies the director has some sort of hospital drama in the work. So our friend in the infirmary might not be an actress after all. The plot thickens. There has to be a record of somewhere of other employees that worked here, right? Maybe she was mentioned in some sort of journal? Maybe I can find that lady's info in here too. What was her name again? Joanna. Ida flips to the planner. There, Joanna Gilspeth. Let's see, role, experience, yada yada. There, reason for death. What's it say? Obnoxious prima donna, possible to work with, wouldn't stop complaining about her ex. She was so busy rambling she didn't notice the piano wire around her neck. Sounds like Joanna alright. Sort of feel bad for her. Time to head back with our findings. She's got a songwriter. Last time I checked, there weren't any other living souls in this place. Maybe. Unless she kills off all her employees when she's out there have lived their usefulness. I won't say ask for their paycheck. So she did die with a piano wire. I mean, is that a surprise? No. Regulation. You really did, and just like that, you took your last breath. And just what brought you to that conclusion? Well, considering that Ms. Violente wrote down in her records that a piece of piano wire was her cause of death, it's a little hard to say it was anything else. She keeps a really thorough record of things like that. Well, did I get it right? You're right. Now that I proved my credentials, how about we have a little chat? Fine, I'll answer whatever you want to know. Yes, what is it? What kind of movies do you do? Little of everything, darling. Primarily romances with the occasional noir. The number of directors I've had tripping over themselves wanting to hire me as some sort of femme fatale or lady criminal is hilarious. I can never get into character, though, so I had to turn them down. I can never be that manipulative. What movies and you, Patty, work on? We work together as supporting characters on plenty of occasions, playing showgirls and love interests, you know, the usual pretty girl roles. The last time we worked together was also our first film when we were the main stars. Our characters were bitter rivals, but off screen we had gotten very close. Sounds familiar, but I can't quite put my finger on it. What did you say it was called again? It was called Cats and Canaries. I've seen that flick. You were great. Thank you, darling. Even with the garbage direction of everyone else's terrible performance, I'm glad my talent still managed to show through. Exactly how close were you and Patty? We were very well acquainted at the time. We would practice our scripts together in her dressing room and have drinks, talk about all sorts of things. Didn't speak to her again directly for a long time after filming wrapped up. She seems to just moved on. How'd you end up here? The manager quit after a disagreement we had, so I had to find casting calls on my own. After a couple of failed auditions and rejected scripts, I got a call from the director over the phone. She said she had a perfect role for me. What was it? It was about a woman whose husband cheats on her, and she makes it her mission to frame him for murder and ruin his life. How nice! It was quite the comedy. She said the script had already been approved so the board wouldn't get in the way, though now that I think about it, there's no way that script was up to code. Why you make her so mad? I'd rather not get into it. Why did you go ask Patricia? I'd sure be happy to recount how she ruined my life. Alright, Patricia. Can I ask you something? I guess it couldn't hurt. What is it? What do you do to piss her off anyhow? I mean, you said you've had a feud going on for a while now, but where did it start? Why didn't you ask her? She told me to come ask you. Fine, here's the whole story. We were co-stars in a movie a few years back. It bombed so hard at the box office that the company we worked for went belly up. Since then, she's sworn that I sabotaged the film to try and destroy her career, so she's been trying to ruin mine. The whole lover stealing was just an unlucky coincidence though. My manager would set me up with one of her exes for a film, or a tabloid would snap a photo. By the time I was so mad I just went along with it to hurt her. I thought we left on good terms after filming wrapped up. We got along so well during it, and then suddenly I was seeing her badmouthing me to tabloids among other things. And I wasn't going to go down without a fight, so I called her out on it. Then she started trying to steal roles out from under me, and it just kept going on until there was an all-out feud. Directors and coworkers picked sides, things got messy for a while. It calmed back down after the tabloids got bored, but she never did give up on it. Sometimes I wonder if she really enjoyed being around me, if she was just waiting until filming wrapped up to start a fight and use it to get attention. Sorry, I probably said too much. Huh, well, thanks for the info. So, you guys were in this make-believe disagreement? Well, Patty said she didn't know what she did to piss you off in the first place. Said that after filming you were pissed about the movie flopping and blamed her. It'd just be like that, heartbeat to leave out anything that makes her look bad. You wanna know the truth? What? I don't know if you got caught on earlier, but in case you're dense, me and Patricia were in a relationship during filming. I thought so. Or at least I thought we were. I mean, if not, then what were we? But it doesn't matter now, because guess what happens as soon as filming wrapped up? I see that floozy hanging off with some new guy's arm, laughing and talking like they've known each other for years. They didn't even try to return any of my calls. She acted like she didn't even know me. Nice way of letting me know our time together didn't mean shit to you. Jeez. Yeah, I can see why you're pissed now. But did she know you guys were a thing? You know, that's what I really harped on about. But really, it's funny. She goes around saying I went and stabbed her in the back, when she's the one who left me hung out to dry. All those evenings together, everything we shared. What a waste. Excuse me for a sec, I gotta go ask Pat for a few questions. Don't let me stop you. Are we really doing this back and forth thing? Why the hell didn't you tell me she was your ex? What are you yelling about? You went and broke Joanne's heart. She told me everything. Why didn't you tell me it was this complicated? It's no wonder she went all revenge crazy. Hold on, let me get this straight. Joanne told me you were lovers and I cheated or something, and that's why she's mad? Yeah, that's about it. Well, of course she cooked up a lie like that for sympathy points. We had a fling during filming, but that was all. A short backstage romance? Well, she didn't think so. It wasn't a real relationship. I thought she understood that. Well, obviously, she thought it was something more, and you need to go apologize. Nah, I need to go apologize. For what? A misunderstanding? I doubt she'd even hear me out. You gotta at least try, Pat. I'm not going to apologize for things I never even did. We never were together, and I wasn't even dating the man she says I cheated with. I don't even like men that way. You still broke her heart and still tried to ruin her career. As retaliation for what she did to me, trying to ruin my reputation? Still doesn't excuse you moving on along without even a proper goodbye or never speaking to her again. You gotta own up to what you did, Pat. Oh, come on, Ida, don't be like that. Heartbreak happens all the time in Hollywood. He should have known what she was getting into. How was I supposed to know she thought it was more than that? And I only moved on quickly because my manager has set me up with him to try and repair my image. You understand, don't you? I didn't mean to hurt her, it just kinda happened. Ida, cut it out. Fine, I'll apologize, just stop staring at me like that, will you? Glad we could come into an agreement. Good, because, you didn't even, say it was a thing. You just assumed she would think that. Patty's got something she wants to say to you. That's so. Patricia? Joanne? I'm sorry. I'm sorry you misunderstood our relationship and got your feelings hurt. Oh no. And I guess we're dragging your name through the mud. I really shouldn't have expected it after what? You deserved it after what you put me through. Do you have any idea how much of a PR nightmare your little tell-alls were? Oh, that's rich coming from you, as if pretending I was nobody wasn't enough. You had to go and try to make sure I never worked again. Okay, lady, I should have never trusted you to begin with. You were always a selfish bitch when we worked together, and I should have seen it coming. Oh, that's a laugh. I let you borrow my makeup and drink my champagne, and a knife in my back is my thanks? Alright, excuse me for not being grateful for your endless generosity after you threw me away like trash. My mistake. Listen, we're not getting. You know the reason that the movie failed was because of your wooden acting? Don't spare me, as if your performance was anything to write about. At least I know how to work with a bad script. And why should I expect better from an airhead narcissist like you? Airheaded? You're one to talk. You. That's enough. If you two want to sit here and argue over some stupid bullshit until Patty dies so you can bitch for all eternity, be my guest. Don't let me stop you from being miserable. But I ain't sticking around for another goddamn minute of it. I'm gonna wait outside in case you two finish your little spat before the next damn century. I prefer to keep my one chance of getting all of us out of this cheap dollhouse of purgatory. But you know, y'all's pride and vendettas are obviously more important. And so, true to her word, Ida stood outside the parlor door. Let's listen. Ida tried to give them space. She really did, however, she quickly got bored of waiting. She decided to eavesdrop on the starlets, going and pressing her ear to the door to listen in once the initial yelling match died down. Are you done? Are you going to actually let me talk now? Fine, make your case then, if it'll get you to leave any faster. Alright. I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry, I should have told you what I thought was going on. I should have called you back. I should have kept my mouth shut. I just want to know one thing. Why did you think that what we had? Because I've had my heart broken already thinking something was more than it was. When I was young, I had my first backstage relationship with a co-star. We hit it off well, but after filming Wrapped and parted ways, it was like it never happened. She acted like she didn't even know me in the passing, probably because she had started getting more serious roles while I was still a background extra. I ended up just not taking relationships seriously anymore. I thought it was just how things worked here. But that doesn't make what I did any less awful. Joanna, I really enjoyed working with you on that film. I genuinely did. And if it had been less of a stubborn bitch, then maybe things could have gone differently. Tisha, I'm sorry too. Conversation got too quiet to make out. I decided to go back to standing guard so she didn't end up getting caught eavesdropping. Well, did you two make up? We're on better terms now. And she gave me this key she found. That's all. Oh, come on, Patty. You're really just gonna leave me in the dark? Guess because it was none of your business to begin with. Well, I did help her to get to open up in the first place, so I think I at least deserve to know my efforts were wasted by screaming at us. I mean, it worked, didn't it? Your efforts weren't in vain. I apologize and she moved on, that's all. Happy? Alright, I won't pry, but Patty? Yes? You got some lipstick on your cheek. Just kidding. You should have seen your face. Haha, very funny. Let's just see if we can find what this key opens. Okay, off to the library, or basement. Library it is then. Key, wait. Lockbox. Wait, lockbox. A box. Oh, I have to look for that. Here we go. Tiny lock calls for that tiny key. Seems about the right size. Trisha puts the key in the box's lock and opens it. It's another key. Oh man, I was hoping it'd be a fat sack of cash. What would you even spend it on? One of them real fancy headstones with a little angel statue wings on them. And with the leftovers, a bunch of expensive jewelry and stuff to bury me with. Like I was a pharaoh or something. No shame then, it's just a key that opens up a room that might lead us to getting out of here. What awful luck. Okay, what's the key? Library. Finally, the library. Hi, it fits. Like, yes. Okay. Why are you just standing there by the door? I guess it is a no ghost allowed area or something? Because I can't seem to get through this threshold. That's weird. Let me take a look. Interesting. There's a sigil on the door frame. What's it on the door frame? A symbol of some kind infused with magical properties to serve a purpose? It's pretty basic, but I guess it's here to keep spirits out of the library. Oh, come on. I finally managed to get a free reign of the place and now I'm getting locked out by stupid little doodles. Just wait here while I go look around, alright? Won't take me a minute. Fine. Guess I'll be waiting then. Always best to choose carefully when picking out a library book. After all, you only get to check out so many times. And after the 5th overdue book, you best hope the books you picked are worth never being able to go to that library ever again. Good advice, I guess? Alright, let's get a big picture. Books. 3 books are sticking out of place, the memoir of a magician, a copy of Frankenstein, and the atlas. Let's not do anything drastic yet. Books on cults and ancient gods. Creepy. Some books on cults. Book on the Ouija board and etiquette on the shelf. Let's read it. The ABCs of spirit board usage. A. Ask your questions in a loud, clear voice. Spirits can be hard of hearing, especially old ones. B. Be respectful of spirits you are contacting no matter how they act. The last thing you want is to upset an otherworldly entity. C. Close every session with the planchette on goodbye. Otherwise, you could risk leaving a portal open for all sorts of nasty things to come through. If you absolutely must dispose of a board due to the spirit or demon becoming too attached to it, remember to always cut it into 7 pieces before burning it. This will help detach the entity. Okay, cut it into 7 pieces. Another tabloid. Who put these everywhere anyway? Different books on cults and ancient gods. 3 books are sticking out. Shakespeare. Shakespeare's much ado about nothing. Dusty bookshelf. A typewriter with a sheet sticking out that has riddled typing on it. Poor people have it, rich people need it. If you eat it, you die. No, riddle. Poor people have it, rich people need it. If you eat it, you die. That could be anything. How about this typewriter? 12 pale faces, none of which smile, 44 red hearts, but none of them beat, 54 diamonds, yet none of them glitter. Dusty bookshelf. More real books. How to amass a cult following. Putting the romance in necromancy. Animating the inanimate. Donate that. Is that a creepy doll? Huh? What brings you here? You don't seem like the bookworm type. Oh, her. Wait, how'd she get in there? Looking for a way out still. Not sure what you think you'll find in here other than weird supernatural books, but don't let me stop you. Another stop clock. This one's stuck on 9:51. Who is with this woman and her broken clocks? Another rating. Do I put in the random book? Weird. Something click into place. So the memoir. Oh, this looks different. Maybe not. Encyclopedia. Long guess. Okay, wrong one. Shakespeare. And then you. Dracula. Nope. Fairy tale? No. Trick book. The Tale of the Gambler and the Monk. Oh. What was that? A book fell off the shelf. Communicating with the recently deceased. Volume 1. It has a page bookmark. Instructions on how to turn a normal radio into a ghost box. Number 176.0 is written on the bottom. Okay, I need that. Wait, there's another. He who makes me doesn't want me. He who buys me doesn't need me. He who uses me doesn't care. It's gonna be a lot of things. Here we are. Tune the radio to 106.0. Some music from the station started playing. Secret room. Everyone's being filmed at. Ooh, that's creepy. I don't like that. The camera concentrated on the small people that leads to the next room. Guess that explains how she gets her footage. Yeah, let's save at this point. Really? The door's jammed? Typical. Jeez, don't we get some bad luck? Anything you could do, Ida? Step aside, doll face. Let me take a crack at it. Ida phases her hand through the door and tries to handle. No dice. But I can't phase through it just fine, so maybe you can sit this one down and I'll scout it ahead, yeah? I'll come back if I find anything useful. Seriously? Do you expect me to just stand around in the dark and wait for you to come back or something? Of course not. You can go away in the foyer or something. But can you even get very far without me? You're still haunting my earring and you still need to be near me. You do make some good point, doll. Oh, I know. Just hand up your earring then. Excuse me? If I'm holding the object I'm attached to, I can pretty much go anywhere I want, right? Is that allowed? How should I know? It's just a hunch, really. But it's all we got going for us. Fine. But I'm only giving you one earring. That way you can go running off. Oh, come on, Patty. You really have so little faith in me? Where would I even go? I ain't a genie or some shit trying to skedaddle at the first chance I get. I don't got anywhere to be. Well, I still prefer the insurance you won't go and escape without me. You're pulling my leg. You don't trust me? Still? Come on, Ida, be reasonable. Can I at least keep one in case you drop it or something? I'd rather not risk losing them both. Fine, have it your way. I'll only take one. Ida takes out one of her earrings and hands it to Ida, who shoves it into the pocket of her coat. Promise you'll give it back? Cross my heart. I'll see you in a bit. See you when you get back. Alright, let's see what I can find. Who's that? Oh, this place is big. Oh yeah, it's actually huge. Alright, I think I'll end the episode here today. So, the director, her family is basically involved in the occult, and they never let her know. I don't know if they're bringing people back to life, or they're using the dead as servants, but seems like the director, she's makes films where, you know, those type of films where you kill people basically and then sell it, and she's using it on people like that. I don't know how she hasn't got caught yet, but the mob is involved, so it must be that. And maybe she uses the bodies to resurrect the bodies of the people that she kills. I don't know at this point. It could be anything. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.